Pino. Damn, Tay, where you been?
Yo, say man, hey man, what's going on, friend family on YouTube? It's your boy Lotto, man. It's never on time, but it's the right time. Today was the right time to bring y'all this reaction video, you feel me? So today we about to be reacting to BSimone's career ending. You know what I'm saying? Crazy out here. Yeah, but before we start the video, man, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notification if you're new to the channel. Much love. Forever family, you already know what to do, and let's get into the video, bro.
Imagine you were having a terrible dream and somebody was trying to kill you.
Damn.
As you were running away and thinking of a way to evade, the person knew your thoughts before it happened. And every time you would go right, they would be there already. You would go left, they'd be in front of you. And it's almost like nothing that you could do could evade them. And the only thing to save your life is that you'd have to wake up. At that point, the dream is over and you're alive at least for another day. And sometimes that particular situation works for us when we deal with people who don't mean us well in real life. We try to trust them, we try to help them, but what they want to do is to sabotage your dreams. And if you allow them to do it, they will kill your progress. But if you wake up, everything will be okay. And this is the story of BSimone. And BSimone and her friends. BSimone pretends to be a person that cares about her friends, but we know that that's not true.
Damn.
She's with you until she disagrees with you, and at that point, she'll drop you like a bad habit. And that's exactly what happened to her best friend, or one of her friends, who's now a single mom, who BSimone let struggle while BSimone was still rich.
A celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got it, or they helping you. Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year. Jesus. And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed. Jesus. I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend, somebody who has it, it's hard to digest.
Now this is supposed to be BSimone's best friend, right? So the lady is struggling out there with no help, and BSimone isn't lifting a finger to help her. And when commenters heard this, they were startled.
BSimone the type of that'll let you just walk around the club, period blood, licking through your and won't tell you until the end of the night. Not even the end of the night, until you notice that shit sound dumb as on it. The same analogy y'all should have for as the reason why you sitting up here watching your best friend struggle. And then you rich as that. Like, see, I could understand if it was just the outside friend, somebody that you just think you with here and there. But no, this was somebody you really titled as your best friend. And then the best friend trying to forgive it and look past it by saying, well, she didn't have to do nothing for me. We grown, woo, woo. If a month is not beneficial to you, I don't give nobody say they need to move the around.
Now this is interesting because sometimes you can help people without giving them money. BSimone is in the industry.
You can connect.
She has a very successful podcast.
Connect with a job.
And what people don't know about podcasts is that podcasting brings a lot of opportunities. Or think about somebody like Joe Rogan or somebody like Earn Your Leisure. These people have all sorts of connections. They can get you employed real quick.
Literally.
They can get you with the right people in almost every part of the world. So with BSimone, with her connections, if her friend really needed her help, all she had to do was basically just call up somebody and get her friend into a better situation. But did she do that? Hell nah.
I ain't gonna lie. This is another prime example. I feel like females be backdooring females in the worstest of ways, bro. I feel like when it comes to friendship, females got it down bad when it comes to their friendship with their girls, because they'll be all cool in their face one day, and bro, they be doing some cutthroat ass shit, bro. Not saying that niggas don't do this either, but I feel like it's worse. Females be getting it worse when they go through things with their friendships and stuff like that. So, but like, damn, she's sitting there watching this shit happen, and she couldn't even be like, oh, hey, I know a little connection. I could connect you somewhere you could get a job. Not giving her a handout per se, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. But like, come on, bro.
Do that. She let her friend suffer.
Facts.
Just like we know BSimone would. Oh no, you're not about to go head on and come up on me. Your ass is gonna struggle while I stay here and remain rich.
That's crazy.
Here's paper and here's a pen and you should write it down. That's called Steel Hunters.
And you call that your friend too.
OPC that you should try. And let me tell you why.
The court of public opinion will always tell you to do one thing. It's probably good to do for yourself. And so sometimes when you can't depend on others to help you, you gotta make your own situations happen. And this is exactly what happened with BSimone's friend. The young lady who was struggling was like, look, I'm gonna get my own opportunity. And when she did get the opportunity, she told BSimone, and this is what happened.
Recently, I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous.
Because we went through all the emotions. Like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that.
Give her an opportunity, my nigga. See?
Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
Cap.
You do.
How can we do this together? How can we make money together? How can we build together?
No,
how can we grow together? How can we all pitch in together?
Bro, she's so cap, bro.
And did you hear that? BSimone didn't know how to feel. Now she said, you know, I wanted to be able to help you myself,
yeah,
sis.
man.
Because I wanted to be able to put you on so we can all work together.
I know you lying. Why you always lying?
Nah, that wasn't true, boo, because you wouldn't help her at all, so she went out there and did it herself. And now that she did it herself, here you are lying, talking about you wanted to help her, when we all know that that's not true. And how do we know that? Well, because, see, your friend also heard about what happened with Megan Ashley and how you turned on her. See, Megan Ashley was your friend, too. I know you didn't think that we forgot about that, because we didn't. Yes, Megan Ashley was definitely your friend. And we remember how you treated Megan Ashley, your friend who wanted to stay your friend and be in your life. And then when you woke up one day and told her this.
It just isn't easy.
You're saying uncertainty as far as where we're standing?
Yeah. It just feels very uncertain.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with like me saying this is how I feel, this is like being very upfront with that?
As far as what?
Our conversations and stuff. Like, do you feel like I'm not clear when we have dialogue on where I stand? Or
I feel like, without trying to divulge too much, I feel like in recent conversations, you've been very clear about wanting a business relationship only.
Right.
So, and I think that that's going to be very difficult to navigate. I just think that conversation is difficult. I don't know how you go from somebody being, such a good friend to I don't want a relationship with this person anymore.
Well,
ever.
I never said I don't want a relationship.
Well, you said I want a health. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
Basically, BSimone is telling her friend, listen, I don't even want a friendship, only with a business relationship with you. And then BSimone continued to throw shots at Megan Ashley indirectly, as well as her other close friend, who basically she threw under the bus. But hey, it's okay, BSimone. It's all about you, right? Now, if you guys don't remember, BSimone had a friend by the name of Jackie O. She was also on Wild 'N Out, and Jackie O got a like a BBL or some sort of procedure, a mommy makeover in Miami, and she passed away because of complications of that BBL surgery.
That's
and
DCL Fly shorty, right?
Was basically charging people on Instagram to view her close friends at the time that Jackie O passed away, basically making money off Jackie O's death, and that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I believe like Angela Yee was pissed off about that. People thought that was hella corny because BSimone is all about money. And it makes sense because BSimone is a grifter. Remember what happened with the book that she wrote? She plagiarized it and she'll do anything to make cash. And so what's happened now is that BSimone is just, you know, really pushing this Christian audience. She's a born again Christian and she's out here, you know, preaching in booty shorts and all kind of stuff.
What?
And then BSimone revealed this.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like, I notice it in me now. Just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend. The liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. But
BSimone says she's now broke. You know, she says liquid. Maybe she has money tied up in other stuff, but liquid. And that's just years of basically saying that she just made her first million. But wait, there's more.
And BSimone crying about she couldn't go to Bloomingdale's and she had to go to H&M. Girl, I can't even go to get no clothes. I either got to choose clothes or some cereal. A shirt or a box of cereal. Hell, which one is gonna be? And you talking about something, you couldn't go to Bloomingdale's, you had to go to H&M. Girl, but I just got me some panties from Family Dollar. You better shut up being ungrateful.
Yeah.
You got some money. If you could go to H&M, do you get your panties from Family Dollar like I do?
People so...
The lady was like, BSimone, I mean, you can't afford to shop in Bloomingdale, so you're at H&M. Like, some people don't even have that. But we already know what BSimone said. She can't date a 9-to-5 man. She needs somebody on the ball like her.
Definitely said that.
But for me, it makes sense why BSimone doesn't have money anymore or don't have opportunities anymore. Because this is typically what happens in business. Let me explain why. Business is about making money, for sure. But business is also about opportunities you create for people, and you have to be valuable somehow. And a lot of times in business and creating new opportunities, it's not always transactional. A lot of times in business,
connections,
you're creating opportunities by helping others, supporting other people, because
that friend, if you would have connected her and got her, you know, even just connected with somebody, right, to get a job, right, then boom, let's say that friend, right, meet somebody else, then gets closer and meet somebody else, and then after that, that's somebody that you always wanted to connect with. Now she has the power to connect you both, and then here you are, you know what I'm saying, like with a different opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's always about connections. But you sat here, you burned the bridges with so many of your friends. It looked like that shit's so crazy.
People's business, you know, collaborating with people, being easy to work with. But sometimes those opportunities are cut short when it's always about you and it's always about what you have. And so what happens is you don't have a door that flows with blessings. So everything is unilateral. It's only what you can get, and it's never about what comes to you. So people, when they get the bag and start thinking like that, and they're not reinvesting and opening up the doors for themselves, their opportunities become less and less and less. And so your audience becomes less and less and less, and so your opportunities become less and less and less, but your spending habits are remaining the same. People don't want to work with you, and that's something that's very important. And I would tell everybody that's listening, when you're a person that people feel is like BSimone-ish, people are not incentivized to help you.
I can't swear at him, probably not. This is sick.
You get better. And so then you start to die off little by little. Now, it might be true that you're hot today and you're important today, but over time, when people don't want to work with you anymore, then you don't make as much money because you don't get the new improvements in the business. You don't get a new producer that wants to help you. You don't get things that develop or stuff that helps you in the future because you don't want to pay anybody, or you can't pay anybody, or you're cutting everybody off. So when you get a reputation for being a person like that, then that reputation gets throughout the industry. So, you know, your brand deals are less, your collaborations are less. And so over time, as you get older, especially I would say female content creators and podcasters, and if people are not working with you, and if brands are not working with you, and you're not showing any value for people, slowly but surely your career starts to dwindle and get behind, and other people slowly start to get better, and it just adds up, you know, because you're a bad person. And so everybody else is doing fine, and then people start actually blocking you from getting opportunities. And so then you start crying about the fact that your money is less and you can't do the things you used to do. But you didn't care when you were trying to look for money for yourself. When your friend was broke, you didn't care. Only person you cared about is yourself. And selfish people only see the world through their own vantage point. And then when stuff starts happening to them, then they start crying and they can't understand.
Why me?
Why are things so hard? Why can't I get by anymore? Why? Because it doesn't last forever. You have to keep giving to keep getting. It's, you know, I understand that sometimes you might have a good run. You know, like I had a really good run in 2020.
That's the whole thing with investing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. What the fuck am I trying to say? God damn it. Y'all don't clip me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta invest money. You gotta put money out there to invest back. You know what? Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, you nigga. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta invest in yourself and invest in things, you know what I'm saying, for it to come back to you. You feel me? Like, she just wanna keep. And it's like her circle. You're as big as your circle. You can get super big with the people around you, you know what I'm saying? Her friends, like if she were to build up her friend, now her friend went up, boom, cool. Now she's doing something, and then now she's bringing attention to her, and then your friend could put you on the other shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like a win-win, but it's like a, what's it called? Effect. Domino effect. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Domino effect. You feel me? But appreciate y'all watching, man. I ain't gonna lie. She grits. She grits, bro. And yeah, bro. She very materialistic. It's obvious. But hey, man, it's about Lotto, man. We gone.
Damn, Tay, who you